As a whole, the debate around the Imperial rank insignias have a structure, and as a subject I have covered extensively in the past, I wanted to create a series of videos, this being the first. This first video is related to the rank structure of Rogue One on the Imperial rank insignias and explain the ranking structure applied and differences between the coloured tile plaques. The Rogue One movie actually had a structure created in the form of this table of rank insignias, which was designed by Glyn Dillon and David Crossman. So generally, looking at the table, you would think this was enough to explain how the officer rank insignias were applied to each Imperial officer featuring in the movie. Well, it's not as simple as that, as many Star Wars fans have often commented on why officers have single row insignias and others have double rows, and in addition to that wore different coloured uniforms. There are two answers to this question. The first explanation is explained perfectly by Rogue One. As the movie was set shortly before the Battle of Yavin, the current Imperial ranking structure had changed very little in the previous 19 years since the Empire had rose to power. Single and double row insignias had been designated according to their specific branch within the Imperial military, and this also applied to other Imperial departments, such as the Imperial Security Bureau, for instance. The Imperial military had various branches of Navy, Army and operational divisions for specific purposes as part of the complex work required to govern over the galaxy. All of the Army officers of the Imperial military seen in the movie belonged to the primary Army line rank branch, which displayed single-row rank plaques and included every level of officer rank, from a junior lieutenant to as high as an Army general. Notable characters seen belonging to this branch was the senior officer at the Scarif Vault, General Ramda, and Lieutenant Adema. Army Operations was another primary branch of the Imperial Army, and officers such as Hurst Ramodi held the orange rank insignia of a general, and notably Galen Erso, when working as an Imperial Science Officer, held a single-row rank insignia of a major. As a secondary Army rank class, the branch of the Stormtrooper Corps wore black uniforms, with mainly blue tiles when officers were not wearing their Stormtrooper armour. Director Krennic's adjutant during Rogue One held the single-row insignia of a captain. Turning to the naval officers, this part of the military also had a primary and secondary branch. The Navy officers belonging to the primary line rank branch were also seen aboard the Star Destroyer Intimidator at the Battle of Scarif. Notable officers wearing grey uniforms who held a single-row rank insignia was Gorin, who held the rank of Admiral, Casido, who held the rank of Lieutenant, and the unnamed officer who held the rank of Commodore. An officer upon the Scarif Shield Gate wearing a black uniform belonged to the Navy Security Branch, which was a secondary class of ranks to the Navy Line and the Navy Operations Branch. Although Orson Krennic was not part of the mainstream military, his position within the Military Department of Advanced Weapons Research presented two rank insignias which require explaining. At the very beginning of Rogue One, when Krennic has tracked down Galen Erso on the planet of Lamu, the year was 13 BBY. Krennic then held the title of Assistant Director of Advanced Weapons Research and held the rank equivalent to the Line Navy Admiral with a single-row rank insignia. In 0 BBY, when we see Krennic later in the movie, he has risen to the title of Director of Advanced Weapons Research and holds the rank equivalent to a Sector Command Staff Fleet Admiral's double-row insignia. The most senior Imperial seen in Rogue One was of course Grand Moff Tarkin, who held the government title and double-row insignia associated with positions in the Imperial hierarchy which commanded and influenced multiple branches of the Imperial military, as well as other divisions such as the Advanced Weapons Research. The second explanation for double and single-row rank insignias. In the aftermath of the Battle of Yavin, a huge number of the most experienced officers were lost in the destruction of the first Death Star, and in order to fill the vacuum of required officers, many rookie recruits at the Imperial academies were fast-tracked into non-commissioned and commissioned Army and Navy ranks. In the same year, 0 BBY, the single-row insignias were replaced totally by the double-row insignias, and the ranking structure later changed to reflect this in all Star Wars productions. For more Imperial Explained videos, please give a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, long live the Empire.